Hey, Joey for Longevity and Fitness Efficiency. I've been seeing a lot of videos circulating from influencers training with plates or risers under their heels during various leg exercises, specifically squats. And I want to come here and share some insight into what's happening with that. But before I start, I want to cover a fancy word. It's called proprioception. Basically, the definition is exactly this: the sense that lets us perceive the location, movement, and action of parts of the body. It encompasses a complex of sensations, including the perception of joint position and movement, muscle force, and effort. So it's basically muscle memory, your brain learning certain movements and then that becoming the norm or becoming your sixth sense. No, performing this is not bad at the moment. It's what you're training your body to do that will impact your mobility down the line. When you place risers under your heels, you're training your brain to shorten the calf muscle. Now, if you can squat with your heels on the floor, I would recommend you avoid compromising your good form and mechanics for the sake of doing something trendy. But if your heels rise off the floor when you squat, then I really would try to avoid this. Having those risers or blocks under your heels when squatting is gonna mask a problem that will surface later over time. Now, I'm not sure when this trend got so much momentum, but it's not a new technique. They've been doing this since the 70s. And yes, it's easier to squat down with risers under your heels, but do you really want easy? Especially at the cost of limiting your mobility. One might also argue that it engages the quad more, and that's a correct statement, but at what cost? Do you not have enough quad options to safely fatigue your quads? At the end of the day, acute angles in the knee joint can compromise a squat altogether. An example of this is your knees excessively pushing forward, eliminating the glute muscle out of the squat, and placing the weight on your knees. And yes, you can bet knees over toes is gonna be my next topic, but I'll save that for a later video. Now, back to the calf tightening. Your calves are tight, your heels raise off the floor during a squat. My recommendation would be to stretch your calf muscles, focus on your calf and ankle mobility so you can properly squat through the full range of motion without your heels rising. This not only encourages the right movement and mechanics, it's going to also allow you to stay functional when you're outside the gym too. Always remember, don't mask movement, address it. If you guys have any questions and like me to cover a topic, feel free to DM me. I'm here to help. We'll talk to you later.